I want to make a quick statement about the Second Amendment. Now, to be clear, I believe that the right to bear arms is fundamental and absolute. Full stop. It's the right which makes it possible for we the people to retain all of our other rights. Now, most of our political divide in America comes down to one issue. Where do our rights come from? Now, the Declaration of Independence specifically says that all people are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. And the Founding Fathers believed that those rights come from God. However, there are many people on the left who believe that all of our rights should come from the state. This is an evil view, and it's a fundamental belief behind communism and a whole host of other bad ideas. We must protect our rights and our way of life from this warped ideology, and the Second Amendment is how and why we're able to do so. Now, I'm proud to have received strong support from a couple of gun rights organizations, the Iowa Gun Owners and the National Association for Gun Rights. Both groups know where I stand, and I don't think anyone who's ever met me and who's looked at my service record will ever doubt where I stand on the Second Amendment. Now, that's a huge contrast to my opponent, Randy Feenstra, who has no love for gun rights. In fact, he voted in favor of gun confiscation laws, the so-called red flag laws for the military. He did that in his first year in Congress, not long after accepting a $100,000 donation from a group that supports gun confiscation. Now, if you believe strongly in the Second Amendment, then your choice in who to vote for in the 4th District Republican primary here in Iowa should be very clear. Now, there's one other thing I wanted to point out regarding the NRA. Now, it's the most well-known group in America for supporting the Second Amendment, and I've been an NRA member for a long time, and it pains me to say this. Now, I filled out the NRA survey that they send to all political candidates, but they didn't post my responses on their website. Even worse, the NRA gave a top rating to Feenstra, even though they know he supports gun confiscation laws. Now, I contacted the representative here in Iowa and asked why they supported Feenstra, and his response was, and I'm quoting this verbatim, "We gave Feenstra that grade after reviewing all available information." Now, that's not what I expect from the NRA, and I don't think you should either. In fact, my team later discovered that this same NRA representative has personally supported Feenstra on his social media accounts and has been posting negative comments about me on mine. So it's pretty clear there's some bias there, and that's unfortunate. And I expected more from the NRA. But the good news is there are plenty of groups like Iowa Gun Owners and NAGR that work hard to defend your right to bear arms. And I'm glad they have a lot of support here in Iowa. Now, I've traveled to all 36 counties here in the 4th District, and I know how important the Second Amendment is to Western Iowa. I'll defend it aggressively once I'm your congressman, and I hope that you'll vote for me on June 4th.